What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a morning recap of what I'm looking at going into the market today. So if we go to the monthly level, we can kind of see we have a level right about here that we are approaching on a monthly. We then have a daily level that we are at, if you want to be technical of it. So let's actually go to our weekly real quick first. So here's our weekly level, which we've already approached and broken through. So the way I look at this is I like to use zones. I like to use colors to make it a little bit easier for myself so I know where we're at and where we're approaching. So you can see we are inside our weekly level, approaching our monthly level. Right now, we have been bearish, and I think everyone is expecting us to be bullish. If I then go to the 4 hour, which I'll go here, I'm still thinking that we're short. To be honest with you, I think we'll continue down. You can see we have a level here on NQ to the downside. We also have the top of that level up here too, which we're already in. I will then go down to the hourly, which once again, if you want to be technical, we have, a range here. We also can push up all the way back here too, because this is what created the first one. So if we were to go right about here and mark this level off, give or take for my hourly. All right. Some people may try this one right here. This is also a potential short area. And if you keep just reverse engineering it of like different levels, different areas, you can kind of see the different areas that we're at, So I'm looking at shorts. I'm thinking that the market's going to push up a little bit and then continue down. We may have an immediate upside move, meaning we may have an upside move to potentially give or take right about here or even right about here. I'm thinking it should be right about here. So this 30-minute. So ideally, this is everything that I have targeted. I think at some point, if everything goes well this week and today, we should have a break back down here at some point. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the market to potentially continue up to the upside. So you can see right here, we already have a bullish, a bear flag, potentially back up here to the upside. And then at some point, we will potentially come back down, but I still see us in this weekly level. When I go to the hourly level, I see us, basically doing a bear flag to the upside. So we already are at this order block right here. So, I'm looking at shorts, ideally up here if possible at the 58s or 588s, potentially going back down to the 298. So that's about a 200, 300 point move if it's all said and done. So I'll try to be patient. It is Friday. I don't really like to trade on Fridays, but I'm going to try to see if we can catch some type of move. So, it is possible to move up about 100 points. And then from about here, once we get up here, I will look at taking shorts back down to the downside. That's what I'm looking at today. If you go to the 4 hour too, you can see the same exact thing. So this is me looking at NQ. Let's glance over to ES real quick, looking at the same thing. And what's funny is this was yesterday's action, right? So pretty similar. We had to push up, give or take right about here, and then we had a continuation down. So going to ES's, let's look at the same thing. Go to the weekly real quick. Okay, we're already in our order block, which you can see right here. So boom. From that point on, you can switch over to the daily if you need to. But you can see as of yesterday, we did come back to the daily, which was here. And we are potentially targeting this daily down here, okay? If I go to the 4 hour, once again, it's a little bit cleaner too. All right, so the next 4 hour, give or take, is, you can say, if you don't see one on the 4 hour, you can also go down to an hourly until you see it. But you can see this right here created the low, quote unquote. All right, so which one was the one that created the low? So this one right here created the low. So we could push up to give or take right about here and then continue our moves to the downside for ES. Same thing, those of you guys trading ES, if you go down to a 30-minute, it's probably a little bit easier to see it. So hypothetically, let's look at even here as a range to take your short from. And then I would be targeting down here for potential continuation to the downside. Right, and so on the hourly, if you pan out, this is what it looks like. And I am anticipating hopefully continuation down to the downside. Obviously, we need to be in it. We need to see how it goes. But yesterday, I was pretty much spot on when it came to the market. So I want to see how it goes today. And, you know, once again, you guys can do your top down, but this is kind of what I'm looking at. So I try to see if I can do this each morning, just to kind of show what I see, how I also go top down, and what I'm looking for futures to the downside. But if you are trading ES, this is what I'm looking at going forward. I think we're going to be, you know, pushing up for a potential false breakout, and then we'll push down for continuation to the downside. Hopefully, at some point, we can target the bottom of this weekly order block with how the market's been. All right, see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk soon.